Hello everyone, welcome to Pathshala. Now in this video, we will see what is meant by checkpointing and how to create model checkpoints during the training of the model. Okay, so let's start. Checkpointing means saving your model's weight when your model is under training. So many time we want to execute huge data set uh, for the training, and it is used by our model. Now when a large number of epochs are used, if something went goes wrong, then your training will stop there and you have to start it from the start, that is from the zero. So in order to avoid this, we can use checkpointing. So checkpointing is one of the flexible way to store your model's weight during the training phase after certain event, like after end of each epoch. So sometimes during training, our validation loss goes on increasing or decreasing. So while performing this training, we want to get lowest level validation loss and highest level validation accuracy, but that was achieved by epoch number 6. And after that, none of the epoch has achieved that kind of accuracy and loss. So in that case, we want to achieve sixth epoch's weight for the further development. So this can be also done with the help of checkpointing. So let's see one example for this and how to implement that with TensorFlow. So I have created a demo with the help of handwritten digit recognition. So I have downloaded the handwritten digit dataset, that is MNIST dataset, and I have loaded that in these two tuples. We can check out the shape. So 60,000 training examples are there. Each training example is of size 28, 28. Coming to the testing dataset, we have 10,000 test images. Each image size is again 28, 28. True labels are associated with it also. Okay, so now we since we are going to use feed forward neural network, we are going to convert this 28 comma 28 image into a vector of size 784. So that can be easily done with the help of reshape method. So we have converted 60,000 images shape from 28 comma 28 to 784. Same is applied to the testing data. If we check out the zeroth image, then it is 5, and the true label associated with that image is 5 again. But if we check out the values for each pixel, that is ranging between 0 to 255. So we want to apply normalization. So largest value is 255. Just divide that each pixel value by 255. So X-train and Y-train values are modified to bring the all pixel values between 0 to 1. Then we have converted the true labels in one hot encoding with the help of two categorical function available in the tf.keras.utils. Okay, after that we have created a small model. First is input layer. It is just taking 784 values to perform the handwritten digit recognition activity. After that we have created a dense layer of size 128, and in the last layer we have 10 neurons, and activation function is softmax since it is multi-class classification problem. We have decided to use a stochastic gradient descent algorithm with a categorical cross entropy as a loss function, and matrix used is accuracy. Now we are ready to train our model, but before that we have to specify we are going to create a checkpoint for the model. Okay, so we are going to use the model checkpoint. So this particular This particular class is used to specify where we want to store the checkpoint and what we want to monitor. That is training accuracy, training loss, validation accuracy, validation loss, which parameter we want to check. Okay, then we want to save the best model only, so its flag is set to true, and mode is min or max. So since we are observing the validation loss, minimum validation loss is expected. If we are getting minimum validation loss, then we want to create a checkpoint. So this is actually the way in which we can create the checkpoint. Now we are ready to train our model. So for that we have to use a dot fit method on the model. Okay, we have used training data, then number of epochs is equal to 3, batch size is equal to 10, validation split is 0.5, and we have used extra parameter over here, callbacks. So callbacks is nothing but the functions that we want to apply during the training at certain stage. So we want to get a checkpoint after each epoch if some of the condition that we have stated over here is satisfied. Okay, then after each epoch, callbacks will call this function, and we are going to observe the validation accuracy. If validation accuracy is less than the previous one, then we are going to create a checkpoint. Okay, so we are going to create multiple files. So the file path is represented like this. Currently we are in the content folder of the Google Colab. So content folder, inside that content folder I have created model checkpoints folder, and after that we are going to store the checkpoints at different files having extension as h5, that is hdf5 files. So to have different name, we are using checkpoint dash epoch number and its validation accuracy. So if you want to have only one checkpoint file for the model, then instead of providing multiple or variable file names over here, you can pass only one that will be override for you. Okay, so just execute this particular cell, and we can observe that we are tracking the validation loss, and that should be the minimum one. So validation loss initially was 0.1138, then so the checkpoint will be created for this by defaultly. Then it will be then we will be in the second epoch. So in second epoch validation loss is 0.1137, so it is less than the previous one, so again checkpoint will be created for this. But after that, if we are approaching towards epoch 3, then validation loss is increased. Okay, so checkpoint will not be created for this epoch. Okay, so let's observe how many checkpoints we have in the model checkpoints folder. So you can just expand this palette, just visit content folder, and inside this content folder we have model checkpoints. Just expand this. Okay, so checkpoint is for the first epoch and its accuracy is 96. So 96.70, so it is converted into 97. So again that is same for the second epoch, accuracy is 97, so 96.67, so rounded as 97.97. Okay, so two epochs are there, two checkpoints are there corresponding to epoch 1 and epoch 2. So if there is again decrease in the loss like 0.1136, so new checkpoint file will be created for you. Okay, so if we want to have only one file for one model, then just provide the fixed name over here. Only one file be created, and if the update is observed, then that file is override. Okay, so this is how we can create the model checkpoints in Google Colab. So you can download that folder, and after downloading you can upload that on Google This is all about the model checkpoint. Thank you for watching the video.